So today is our graduation banquet. Yesterday was our graduation. The banquet should have been last week, but we had to postpone it because of the violence down there with the gang war. And yesterday, graduation. Every year, graduation feels like a victory, you know? But this year, it just felt a little bit more special. Is gonna work. The photographer just got here. I think we're ready to get this thing going.
Dans le cadre de la cérémonie de collation de diplôme des promotions sortantes 2022,
si je vis, ce n'est plus moi qui vis, mais c'est Christ qui vit en moi. Chapitre 2, verset 20.
But I was sitting there and then I realized this is the class that started in 2018.
Schools, shops, and government offices closed, and the streets blocked by tires set on fire. For days, many people have been forced to stay at home here in Port-au-Prince.
You may remember, Payola was the time when the country was shut down. The streets were on fire all across the country, burning barricades. Even just driving down the street like this was a major risk at that time. Now, when that happened, most of the schools across the country, they didn't have any choice. They had to shut down. But the professors and the students, they got their phones. They started teaching class through WhatsApp, and they found a way to keep going. It took several months, but eventually things calmed down enough so that we could get back to the campus. But we weren't there very long. A couple weeks after we got back, one day as we were leaving class, several of us got held hostage for a few minutes by a gang in the neighborhood. So we had to leave it again. So we tried going back one more time, but not long after we got back the third time, we realized that things there were much worse than we thought. The gangs had begun to come over the wall onto our campus. They were occupying part of it, and so we had to leave again. That was a year and a half ago. Next week. The gangs are still there. We still haven't got the campus back yet. And then COVID hit. So for these students, their entire 4 years of seminary has been in the midst of crisis. And that's made this group of students a little bit different than some of the students we've graduated before. They have a little bit of a deeper sense of resilience. But I want to be careful when I use that word, resilience. You know, a lot of times people in the West celebrate the resilience of the majority world. But the process of achieving resilience over the past 4 years for these students, that's been running from the sound of bullets or dodging burning tires on the way to class. The process of growing in resiliency, it's not fun. And these guys have been through a ton over the past 4 years, believe me. So tonight, we're celebrating. Yesterday, we celebrated because in God's economy, what man intends for evil, God is able to turn into good. And so tonight, we celebrate. We'll see you in the next one.
Milan. Barabina Jérôme.